Somebody once asked me, how can I give glory to God when I'm being judged? They admit that it's hard to worship and give glory when what you feel is fear. And I completely understand their dilemma. Most people read this passage and the idea of the judgment, well, it scares them. And it used to scare me too, but no more. And here's why I say that. Because this entire lesson has been about the sanctuary. Please don't miss this. The entire reason God created the sanctuary was because of his determination to save us. Everything, and I mean everything about the sanctuary, is committed to this one mission, to save humanity. Think about it. David said in Psalm 77:13, "Your way, O God, is in the sanctuary." In other words, everything you needed to know about the plan of salvation was found in the symbols and the work of the sanctuary. The altars, the sacrifices, the lampstands, the altar of incense, even the showbread, all of it was an object lesson that demonstrated, well, the plan of salvation. But part of that plan to save us also included the atonement, which was a day of judgment. Please don't miss this. The cross provides our salvation, and the judgment, it proves it. Back in the day when you sinned, you brought your sacrifice to the altar. You confessed your sin, and as you did so, your sin was transferred to the Lamb. The Lamb's throat was cut, symbolizing what it would cost Christ to forgive and remove our sin, which was what happened next. That blood was now covered our sin, was taken into the sanctuary. There it was sprinkled on the veil, and it remained there as a record, as proof of our forgiven sin. The sinner went home forgiven, knowing that their sin was covered by the Lamb. And on the Day of Atonement, God came to judge his people. This judgment was about one thing and one thing only: was your sin covered by the Lamb? And God would look at that veil, and if he saw on that veil the blood that covered your sin, then you were declared to be forgiven and redeemed. Make no mistake, you can give God glory for the judgment because your sin is covered by the Lamb. At the end of time, those people whose sins have been forgiven and removed, these people will love God so much that no matter how much persecution and resistance they will face, they would rather die than sin against God. Their faith in what Christ has done for them will be so absolute and so complete that these commandment-keeping people will worship God when and how he tells them to worship. They are God's remnant who worship God on the seventh day of the week, and they will follow the Lamb wherever he goes, because he is the only one worthy of our worship and our obedience. Well, that was our nugget for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.